Bianca. Welcome to my channel. Today I'll be teaching you how to play White Horse by Taylor Swift on guitar. This is probably one of my favorite songs off of the Fearless album. It is so mellow, so beautiful, so stripped down, and it's just an incredible song. So I'm super excited to teach it to you guys. So let's get into the tutorial. So the first thing you need to know to play White Horse by Taylor Swift on guitar is you do need your guitar in standard tuning and your capo on the 5th fret. There are only 5 chords to play this song. One of them is a bar chord, but don't worry, I will show you how to play the open version of this chord so you don't have to play it. And it only plays once throughout the entire song, and that is in the bridge. So let's get into the chords. So first up we have G major, C at 9, E minor 7, D major, and last but not least we have F major. Or you can play the F major open version. So now that you have chords down, let's get into the picking and strumming patterns that I have for you for this song. So I do have one picking pattern which plays throughout the intro and the verses. And it's super beautiful. It's not that difficult to play, so I do recommend that you try it. So for the intro and the verse, the chord progression is G, C at 9, E minor 7, back to C at 9. And your picking pattern for the chords, for G major, it's E plus G, slap, E plus G, then B, G, D. Then you switch to C at 9 and it's A plus G, A plus G, B, G, D. Switch to E minor 7, E plus G, slap, E plus G, B, G, D. Then you go back to C at 9. So really the picking pattern, you just play the bass note plus the G string, bass note plus the B string, and then the B string, G string, and D string of each chord. And all together, slowly, it sounds like this. And closer to full speed, it'll sound more like this. And that leads you into the pre-chorus, which our chord progression changes a little bit. It goes to E minor 7, C at 9, and then D major. Now, throughout the pre-chorus, you do play the picking pattern as well. So with D major, it does change a little bit. Instead of playing the bass note plus the G string, you play the bass note plus the B string. So it's D plus B, slap, D plus B, B, G, D. And then for the D major chord, I do also, after you play that through, I pluck the D and the B string again, and then slap it, and that leads you into the chorus. So all together, slowly, it sounds like this. And closer to full speed, it'll sound like this. And that leads you into the chorus. This is when you start to strum. And the strumming pattern for the chorus is down, up, down, up, down, up. And your chord progression is G major, E minor 7, C at 9, D. So we'll play that strumming pattern a little slowly, adding the chords in. It's down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Now closer to full speed, it sounds like this. Down, up, 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 down, Now on the last line of the chorus, it does change a tad. So you don't hold the chords out for as long of a time. So the measure of each chord kind of gets split in half. The chord progression changes a little bit. So it just E minor 7, D major, C at 9. And the strumming pattern is down, 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 up. So that plays on the last line of the chorus. So it sounds like this. I'll sing it with the lyrics so you can understand what I'm talking about. Now it's too late for you and your white horse to come around. So when you get to that C at 9, you just single down strum it. So. And that leads you into the first instrumental, which is that's when you get back into the picking, and it's just the G major, and you go through that twice. And that leads you into the second verse, which is the same as the first verse, back into the pre-chorus, same thing as the first pre-chorus, leads you into the second chorus. Again, same exact thing as the first chorus. The only difference is after you single down strum that C at 9 and it leads you into that second instrumental, you begin to strum again. So it's for you and your white horse to come around. And it's back to the original strumming. Now once you get into the bridge, it changes a little bit. So the E minor 7 and the D major share measures again, and then you go back into C at 9, which gets the full strumming pattern. So the E minor 7 and the D, I kind of like to strum, cut, strum, cut, strum, cut, strum, cut. Then you go back into C at 9. So slowly, it sounds like this. Down, mute, down, mute, down, mute, down, mute, down, up, up, down, up, up, down, up, down, up, down, mute, down, mute, down, mute, down, mute, down, up, up, down, up, up, down, up, down, up. So closer to full speed, it sounds like this. Down, mute, down, mute, down, mute, down, mute, down, up, down, up, up, down, down, up, down, mute, down, mute, down, mute, down, mute, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. So now I'll play it without me talking, that way you can kind of get more of a feel for it. Sounds like this. And that leads you into that last line of the bridge. The chord progression is G, E minor 7, C at 9, and F major. And for the G and the E minor 7, they share a measure. So that strumming pattern is you go back to the down, 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 up. So it sounds like this. Down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down, up, up, down, up, up, down, up, down, up. And you end on the F major with a single down strum. So without me talking, it looks like this. And that leads you into the last chorus. Now, I recommend that you play around with the last chorus a little bit and see what works for you. Me personally, I like to pick the first part of the last chorus because it kind of brings the song down and then she builds it back up. So what I like to do is, you know, it's back into picking. To do that to build it back up. So the C at 9, when you get there, it does not get the full picking pattern. It's just the A plus G, slap, A plus G, you pause for a second, and then you slap again. And then the D major chord gets the 8 down strums to build it back up, and then you go back into the original strumming pattern. So with the lyrics, it sounds like this. 'Cause I'm not your princess, this ain't a fairy tale, I'm gonna find someone someday who might actually treat me well. This is a big world, that was a small town, was a dreamer before you went and let me down. Now it's too late for you and your last line that you normally did in the original chorus, you just repeat it again because she repeats the line. You can also just do single down strums and then build it up. You can just do softer strumming if you would like and then build it back up. It doesn't bring it down quite as much, but it still sounds just as good. So it would kind of be more like this. 'Cause I'm not your princess, this ain't a fairy tale. I'm gonna find someone someday who might actually treat me well. This is a big world. Again, I recommend that you kind of play around with it a little bit, figure out what works for you, figure out what you think sounds the best, and just have fun with it. It's a song that has a little bit of leeway to it. I do also recommend that you do try the picking pattern for the verses. If it's harder for you to concentrate on singing while picking, that's fine. You can do the original strumming pattern throughout the entire song. You don't have to do the picking pattern if you don't want to. I do recommend that you try it. It'll create a nice little vibe. It matches the track perfectly. But other than that, that is all you need to know to play White Horse by Taylor Swift. So let's get into the full playthrough. Say you're sorry, that face of an angel comes out just when you need it to. As I pace back and forth all this time, 'cause I honestly believed in you. Holding on, the days drag on. Stupid girl, I should've known, I should've known that I'm not a princess. This ain't a fairy tale. I'm not the one you'll sweep off her feet, lead her up the stairwell. This ain't Hollywood, this is a small town. I was a dreamer before you went and let me down. Now it's too late for you and your white horse to come around. Maybe I was naive, got lost in your eyes, never really had a chance. My mistake, I didn't know to be in love. You had to fight to have the upper hand. I had so many dreams about you and me, happy endings. Well, now I know that I'm not a princess. This ain't a fairy tale. I'm not the one you'll sweep off her feet, lead her up the stairwell. This ain't Hollywood, this is a small town. I was a dreamer before you went and let me down. Now it's too late for you and your white horse to come around. And there you are on your knees, begging for forgiveness, begging for me, just like I always wanted, but I'm so sorry. 'Cause I'm not your princess, this ain't